we're halfway through February already, but I wanted to go over my realistic TBR for the month of February. As you guys may or may not know, I do have 3 kids, and as much as I wish that I could rot in my bed all day, rot in my house all day, and just read my books, I do have 3 humans who depend on me and who constantly need my attention. With that being said, this month, realistically, I put my stack of books that I plan on reading at just 3. But I feel like it's a reasonable number just because of this book alone. And the first book on my TBR for this month is King of Sloth. I'm actually a good portion of the way through, on page 128, so it looks like maybe 25-ish% through the book already. And if you know me by now, Anna Wong is my auto-buy author, and I love and will read anything that she writes. So this is the 4th book in the King of Sin series. The 5th one is coming out in April. I cannot wait for that one. Anyway, I'm already 25% through with this one. It's taking me longer just because I'm so busy with my life right now. Like, majority of her books I've read in like 2 days, like 2 consistent days in a row. Right now, this is taking me like almost a week, and not because the story isn't entertaining for me. It's just because my life just doesn't revolve around just reading all the time as much as I wish that it was. But like I said, I do have kids, so it's taking me a little bit longer just because of my life and how it's going, my personal life, just things that I have to do that come first and that are a priority versus just reading. However, I do love the storyline of this book. I do notice with Anna Wong's books, she really, like, the center of her characters is a dysfunctional family, and it's always like a father issue. So it's like, man, she's really good at writing those, like, characters who have dysfunctional families, they're not really close with their families, or they just have like these really deep personal issues with their parents, and that kind of evolves their character to the current person that they are in the book. And then that's where you see that character art, their development from where they are in the beginning of the book to the ending. Anyway, I love this series. It's a billionaire romance series. I'm loving it so far. Hopefully tonight I can make more of a dent into this book and finish it, because I'm so excited to see what's going to unfold. We're getting into the deep issues of why the male main character is what he is, and his trauma and his issues with his parents. Hopefully I can make some time and read more tonight. The second book on my TBR is You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria. Now, I've been holding on to this book from the library for months. I need to force myself to return this because I want to read it and I know I'm going to get to it. I put this one second because if my friend doesn't finish up Iron Flame soon or before I finish King of Sloth, I'm going to jump into this one because we are going to buddy read together Onyx Storm. Before I get into this one, but we're going to buddy read Onyx Storm together. So if she doesn't finish by the time I'm done with King of Sloth, then I'm going to jump into this one because, like I said, I want to wait for her until I get into Onyx Storm. From what I was reading, this is the first in the series, and I'm excited to branch out and read more works from different authors. And I haven't seen much people talk about this author and her book. Maybe it just depends on the people that I'm following, but I wanted to dive into this one. I saw this as a recommendation on my library, so I'm gonna read this one after I'm done with King of Sloth. And final book on my February TBR is Onyx Storm. I know so many people have been talking about this book because it came out last month. Like I said, if my friend does not finish Iron Flame by the time I'm done with King of Sloth, then I will read You Had Me at Hola. But if she does, I will be switching this one to my second read. I have done my due diligence and I have made sure that I have not spoiled this book for myself. It has been a month, so I know there's going to be more and more spoilers, more people talking about it, more like memes of like things that happen in the book. So I've done really well in avoiding that. Any type of Fourth Wing Iron Flame videos, I kind of skip and just kind of block them on my feed because I don't want to ruin it for myself. This book is not as long as Iron Flame. I hope this book lives up to my expectations. From what I was seeing, who do love the series were not disappointed by this book. I'm confused because people say they were crying. So I'm like, I don't know who's gonna die or what's gonna happen. Obviously, I don't really have any theories. I will say when I dive into this book, I want to have a paper and pen ready because I do want to take notes. I do want to have some theories and I want to talk about it and like debrief people who will watch my videos, just the thoughts that are running in my head while I'm reading this and after reading this book. But I know this book gets a lot of hate in the series, but I don't know, I genuinely like it. I probably most likely will continue the series and read it to the very end. If this is your first time reading Rebecca Yarros, I started reading her Flight and Glory series, which is a contemporary romance, which is a military themed contemporary romance, and I absolutely love that series. I think 2 out of the 3 books that I read from that series a 5, because they're just so good. Like, the drama in those books and the way she writes the characters is just so good. Anyway, I am going off tangent here. Hopefully I wasn't rambling way too much. To summarize this video, these are the 3 books that I will be reading in the month of February. Hopefully. We're already in February 11th. Based on my life and my schedule, I probably will only read 2 books, just because, like I said, I'm waiting for my friend to finish Iron Flame so we can read it together. Other than that, that is my TBR, a realistic TBR. Realistic TBR, might I add, because your girl is a mom of 3, and those kids can be a handful. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate you so much. Before we end it, what books do you have on your TBR? Have you read any of these books? Please don't spoil this for me because I haven't read it yet, but tell me how you feel about them, if you've read them all, if you don't plan on reading it. If you have a video talking about your TBR, link it down below in the comments. I want to watch all the books that you plan on reading. I want to hear your thoughts, your opinions, what you kind of gravitate towards, and kind of the genres that you like. I think that was it, right? Okay, we're good? Happy reading! Bye, guys! Watch it? November. Okay, maybe I should say that.